Alright, so full disclosure, I don't know anything about music. All I know is what I like to listen to. I have so many friends that are in bands and they all try to teach me stuff, but I'm just like, I don't care about it. You know, that's not my wheelhouse. Okay? I can't even tell you what a scale is. I know it has something to do with note progression. That's about it. So you may be asking yourself, well, if you don't know anything about music, why are you reviewing music? And the answer is because I am so narcissistic and handsome to believe that I can somehow bring something new to this. And you may be wondering, why are you reviewing an album that's over a year old? Because I wasn't reviewing music back then. Okay, so Lift to Sail is the 9th studio album by Yellowcard. If you're my age, then you probably remember Yellowcard for some dope-ass albums called Ocean Avenue and Lights and Sounds. Those came out about 12, 13 years ago. I stopped listening to them after then. I'm sure other people kept doing it. Now for me, coming back to the band after such a long hiatus, I wasn't quite sure what I was in for. This album specifically, Longino Parsons III, the drummer from the previous album, he was replaced by Nate Young, formerly of the band Anne Berlin. He did this album. It really works. I'm not going to talk about that yet. Like I was saying, if you're my age, you remember those two albums. Ocean Avenue went platinum, Lights and Sounds went gold, and they were all over the place. Got to listening to some of their stuff the other day, realized how much I liked the band, decided to review Lift to Sail because it's their newest album. It was released in 2014. Ryan Key said they might be releasing something this year. Hope, hope. So this album doesn't really suffer from Longino Parsons' absence. Nate Young, he really brings his stuff. The album is a lot less pop punk like their earlier stuff. It's a lot heavier on the rock. It's not heavy rock or anything like that. It's just a good solid rock album. Now, for those of us like me coming to the band after over a decade of absence, this might be a little off-putting, but if you can get past it, trust me, it's worth the listen. Now, lyrically speaking, this album nowhere near as dark as Lights and Sounds. That was more of a concept album about how much it sucks to live in LA. This one, it's all very straightforward, although there are a few songs on there that do lean on the heavier side lyrically. Specifically Fragile and Dear, which I think may be about Ryan Key's wife, although I can't be 100% certain. One thing you may notice is that there isn't as much speed on this album, not as much raw energy. That's not to say, however, that there is not energy. In fact, I think that this might be one of their more energetic albums. It's kind of a more deliberate use of the energy. Whereas on Ocean Avenue, you'd come off the title track into a song like Empty Apartment. Now, Empty Apartment is a great song. Don't get me wrong, it's a great song. But going from the speed and the energy of Ocean Avenue directly into Empty Apartment, it almost felt like a breather track. I think this was a deliberate choice by the band to sort of round out their new sound. Every track on Lift to Sail felt like a piece of a larger puzzle, but they each could retain their own independence. The only two being an exception are the first track, which is called Convocation. That leads directly into Transmission Home, which is the second track. And the last track on the American release, California, just Ryan Key and the piano. Everyone brings their A game on this album. Ryan Key, his singing is still superb. I mean, if you go back and you listen to that stuff from over a decade ago to now, you're gonna hear the same voice, which is really surprising considering the fact that most singers across that large span of time, something's gonna change vocally. His are still right there, they're still great. His piano playing, especially on California, is so good. He does play the synth on a few other tracks, but they're not really highlight pieces like California is. Sean Macklin's violin and string arrangement are beautiful as always. One thing that did throw me off a little bit though was that I was used to it being more prevalent in their old music. I'm pretty sure this was a deliberate choice by the band as part of their new direction. Now, Ryan Mendez's guitar playing along with Nate Young's drumming, that's the meat and potatoes of the new sound. Okay, it's going to be extremely different for people like me who were used to one thing and then all of a sudden come in, bam, new sound. It's amazing though. I'm really excited for how the next drummer that they have lined up, Tucker Rule, formerly of the band Thursday, is going to mesh with them. Maybe it's going to be in a new sound, go in a new direction, who knows. I really love this album. I think that you should buy it, you should stream it, just get it into your ear holes somehow. What you should also do is share this video with people because Yellowcard, they don't get enough love anymore. Share this video. Thank you for watching.